You are at war with the Etruscan League. March north and capture their territories. This will allow you to consolidate Italia and ensure the safety of Rome. You must wage war if you hope to extend your dominion. Syracuse and Carthage own territory in Magna Graecia, so conflict with them is inevitable if you wish to expand across the Mediterranean. Otherwise, they may prove useful allies against Etruria or the Gaulish tribes to the north. Come what may, Rome will triumph.
Your possessions are divided. You must secure additional territory to ensure their protection and to establish your faction as the supreme Mediterranean power. You are already at war with the Turdetani. Capturing their settlement of Corduba will further consolidate your position in Iberia. Relations are strained with Rome and Syracuse. You may find an ally in the Etruscan League should you choose to invade the Italian peninsula, and maintaining good relations with the Massagetae and your African protectorates will prove vital should you need to repel an invasion. Carthage will prevail.
The varied peoples of Thrace have united under your banner, and they look to you for leadership in an uncertain world. The belligerence of the Macedonians to the southeast threatens war. Should it come, your people must be prepared, so you must ready your forces. The warlike Tribali to the west pose a similar threat, and their aggression must be kept in check. To the south, Tylis is vulnerable. Their war with Macedon may make them useful allies, or it may distract attention if you decide to break your treaty and strike. Across the Danube River, the Getae may be your kin, but their ultimate ambitions are unknown. There may be profit in cooperation, but they must be watched carefully. It is time for your people to ascend as a great nation, for history to record the rise of the Odrysian Kingdom. For centuries, your people have defended their homes against invaders. Now is the right time to start fighting back. Along the coast are the nomadic Scythians, towards whom natural enmity has developed following centuries of incursions. Their warriors are skilled on horseback, but weak on foot or by sea, so you must stake the fight to them there. You have friends in central Dacia, but if you wish to expand your territory, these alliances will inevitably come under tension. The Tribali to the south have few friends and many enemies, and their lands could surely be yours in time. However, an invasion would mean crossing the Odrysian Kingdom. They will have to be subdued, either by diplomacy or force. Such will be the fate of all the world. All shall kneel before the might of the Getae. Your people make their living from the sea, and it is by sea that your power will spread. You have prospered by exacting tolls from the vessels of others, but this has earned you enemies. The Dalmatae to the north are hostile to your raids upon their shipping. Should your struggle with them erupt into war, you may find an ally in the Daorsi, who are no allies of the Dalmatae. Across the sea lies Rome and the Etruscan League. They will not stand by whilst your influence in the Adriatic grows unchecked, so prepare for war. To the south, the archaic powers in Greece squabble relentlessly with one another. In time, your power will eclipse them all. The sea will lend the Ardiaei access to every corner of the world. All shall know your power. Your people are of strong Celtic blood, but they are recent migrants to these lands and find themselves surrounded by strangers and enemies. To the west stand the Macedonians, an ambitious people whose aggression has led them to seek war with you. They covet your lands, but they will learn of your strength the hard way. To the north lies the Odrysian Kingdom. Beware their growing ambitions on land and at sea, but they may be useful as allies against Macedon, for now. Across the Bosphorus, the Bithynians hold no love for you. If taken, their fortress city would connect your lands to those of the Galatians, fellow Celts who have settled in the east. Your people must fight to survive, but that has always been your way. From your new home, the riches of the civilized world are yours to raid and conquer. Your position is strong, but your enemies are everywhere. Dealing with the Suebi to the north will offer short-term respite, but Germania is vast. More belligerent tribes will follow in their stead. Move south and west and you bring yourself closer to Gaul and a chance to reawaken old alliances. The iron found in the mountains there will give your warriors greater strength on the battlefield. To the southeast is Dacia and its allies, great warriors all. There are glorious challenges ahead to be overcome, but the tribe of the Boii will never be defeated. Your old rivals, the Ardiaei, are forever seeking to thwart you. If they will not join your cause, then you must march upon Baktria and take it by storm. You may find support from your Pictonese allies, but remember that your enemies also have support. Seek the allegiance of other Gallic tribes and crush all who oppose you. Gaul must be unified. Trade with the Greeks of Massilia will bring you wine and wealth, but maintaining contact with Mediterranean powermongers will inevitably lead to conflict. By Tylis, they will feel the might of a united Gaul. So speak the Arverni. As the most warlike of the Belgae people, you have nothing to fear from the Germans across the Rhine. Capture their lands and you will strengthen your tribe, whilst protecting Gaul from their incursions. Britannia lies west, across the narrow sea. You may wish to join the Belgae already settled there, claiming the fertile island and its considerable resources for the good of your people. Never hesitate to seize control from any who falter. Many Gauls are weak and decadent, and would benefit from firm guidance if their culture is to prevail. By the strength and bravery of the Nervii, Gaul and her people will be free. Settling far from your ancestral homelands in the west, your survival can mean only one thing: war. Surrounded by potential enemies, you must choose carefully whom to fight and whom to trust. The Bithynians, hidden behind the walls of their citadel, are best left until you have gathered strength. Pontus could be a valuable trade ally or worthy opponent, as its forest could help build great settlements. Cappadocia's iron will be invaluable in the struggle to come, however you come by it. Northwest, across the Hellespont, you will find other Gallic migrants to confederate or conquer as you see fit. With all the elements in place, Galatia will be unstoppable.
You are the Seleucid Empire, but your grip on your eastern satrapies is weakening. Baktria is already independent, and Parthia and others may also attempt to break away. Meanwhile, to the south, the Ptolemies of Egypt are scheming against you. Their desire to control your Syrian lands may yet bring about war. Although stability to the north and west may be assured by the Sardes, who remain loyal, the warlike Galatians and the Hellenistic states of Asia Minor threaten your borders. The future of Alexander's legacy is in your hands. The Seleucid Empire must not fall.
Your former vassals, Cyrenaica, have deigned to declare their independence and must be brought to heel. Cyprus remains true, but is at risk from invasion, as are your eastern possessions. The Seleucid Empire is a particular threat, a sprawling successor kingdom desperate to maintain power by whatever means possible. An alliance with Nabatea may help to keep them in check. Maintain trade relations with the Greek states, and beware of Macedonian treachery, as they too may seek to gain control of Alexander's former empire. Egypt shall be victorious.
The barbarians are coming. Tylis in particular is a problem and must be kept in check. The Athenians continue to resent your rule. They may turn against you, or convince your Spartan allies to betray their treaty. No matter, faced with hostility from Epirus, Sparta should remain true, and may distract Epirus long enough for you to consolidate your rule at home. Conflict with the remaining successor kingdoms is inevitable, and you must be ready. Do not be afraid to seek military support from others if necessary. Rest assured, Macedon is the true heir to Alexander's legacy. It will rise once more.
Although freed from the Seleucid oppression, your newfound independence risks their retribution from the west. The remaining eastern satrapies have little love for their overlord, however, and it may be prudent to wait until they declare their own sovereignties before moving to subjugate them yourself, as your illustrious forebear Alexander once did. However, it is important to maintain good relations with Arachosia to the south. Beware the rise of Parthia. Although they claim succession from the Persian Empire, they descend from the very barbarians who have terrorized the region for centuries. Gather your strength to push westward, and Baktria may yet reclaim the glory of Alexander's empire.
The people of Epirus are fools. Having utterly failed to conquer Rome, they crawl back and presume to conquer Greece. To try is not to win. They will know this when you meet them in battle. Macedon may join you, but they are no better in the end. Alexander's conquests have left them with delusions of grandeur. They will be checked, as will every other aggressor. You may fare better working with Athens and other true Greek states, but history has often taught otherwise. Ultimately, trust only in Sparta, and you will prevail. Macedon has presumed to exert its will over the people of Athens for far too long. Decisive action must be taken against them. They have established a defensive alliance with Sparta, but their relations will crumble if the Spartans believe that Greek independence is at stake. Epirus also poses a threat to the Peloponnesus. Intervention there can only strengthen your ties with Sparta. Support all true Greek states, and they will surely join you in your struggle against oppression. Athens will be free. Your time has come. Recent setbacks in Magna Graecia compelled you to establish power on the Greek mainland. The Spartans think themselves superior to all others. They will know otherwise once you lay waste to their lands. The Athenians have become weak and would rather prattle than fight wars. They will fall in time, but may be of use against their Macedonian masters. The scions of Alexander still fancy themselves worthy of his empire and must be stopped. Perhaps then, a mass invasion of the Italian peninsula. You have unfinished business with Rome and Syracuse. The enemies of Epirus will be subdued. War is coming, and your citizens can ill afford to cower in your Mediterranean stronghold. The obvious target is to unite Sicily under your banner, but to do so will mean war with Carthage. They command a powerful empire, but should you be successful against them, then their territory on the African mainland is yours for the taking. The Romans to the north are strong, and their lands are rich. War with them will be a high-stakes game, but it is inevitable if you are to secure your empire. To the east lies Greece, your spiritual homeland. Trading partners may be sought there for now, but your long-term goal in the area should be conquest. Greek culture is destined to dominate the Mediterranean. Syracuse shall see it done.
Your people are to be found at the end of the world. War is coming, however, and no land shall be spared. You are to conquer or be conquered. The Celtici maintain a fortress to the south, and if you seek expansion, then the war with them is inevitable. Its walls are high, but your warriors are strong, so pick your moment to strike. Further afield, a number of other tribal lands lay ready for conquest. If Iberia is to become your stronghold, then they must all bow to you. Your people did not ask for war, but if war it is to be, then the world will learn the strength of Lusitani. Iberia is the land of proud, good people, none more so than yours. Barring the Lusitani, your relations with the tribes surrounding yours remain strong in the face of foreign aggression. The Turdetani to the south find themselves hard-pressed by the Carthaginian invaders. They may appreciate your assistance, or you may decide to seize the lands yourself. To the west, the warlike Lusitani remain a thorn in the side of Iberian cooperation, and should be eliminated sooner rather than later. Beyond the seas, great powers rise to threaten your peoples, and you may seek to unite the tribes of Iberia behind your banner to survive. Come what may, the Arevaci will prevail.
The time has come to make a stand. It was the likes of the Getae to the southeast that drove your people westward in search of new pastures. They deserve little mercy. The Iorsoi are nearby, and as fellow Sarmatians, they would make valuable allies against your common foes. Better still, form a confederation with them, and you will assure your survival against other nomadic peoples, and make easy the subjugation of the weak and rich who live beyond the great steppes. A test of strength and power awaits. Your people are great warriors, as your northern neighbors will quickly realize when you raid their lands and claim their horses. The kingdom of the Chorasmii lies to the east. Their riches are yours for the taking. Move southwards, and you can wage glorious war against the successors to the mighty Persian Empire, the sons of your old enemy Cyrus. This will not be easy, but the rewards will be great. All will tremble before the Massagetae. As king of all the Scythians, your claim upon the lands of the Getae to the west is just. Do with them as you see fit. Right to the southeast and you will find Sarmatians. Be wary, for they are your equals in archery and horsemanship, but will not think twice when you have seized lands and herds from under their very noses. Although horses cannot ride across water, a port will enable trade and conquest with kingdoms beyond the Black Sea. Bosporus to the south is a gateway to the farthest reaches of the Mediterranean. The Scythians could yet be masters of all.
The time has come to establish a new and great empire in the east. War with Parthia is inevitable if you're to consolidate your position. However, patience is advised. They have no love for their Seleucid masters, and allowing them to rebel first will ensure that they receive no military support from their overlords when you strike. Taming the northern tribes may buy you the time you need. Alliances with other satrapies are a possibility, although you should be wary of limiting your expansion options. The decision is yours. All hail the new Parthian Empire. After years living under the yoke of foreign rule, you're at last free to rebuild your kingdom. The former Persian lands, shattered by Alexander, lie unprotected and vulnerable. Ensure you're the one who profits from this. A rapid conclusion to your war with Ardahan is essential, and you may wish to forge an alliance with the friendly Pontians to this end. With enough haste, you may even be able to subjugate those who denied your liberty, as Media Atropatene have granted your permission to march your armies through their territories and into the heart of Persia. Such a reversal of fate will be glorious indeed. It's your destiny to take back what's yours and carve a new kingdom of Armenia for posterity. Fortunate in your ties to both Hellenic and Eastern cultures, you nonetheless face adversity. Cappadocia, now independent from Seleucid rule, is eager to establish itself in Asia. Cultural differences with the Galatians may lead to hostility, but they are fearsome warriors and might prove valuable if unconventional allies. Maintain close relations with Bithynia and Trapezus, and establish ties with the venerable Greek states. This way, you'll be better protected against the machinations of the Seleucids and can focus on seizing control of the Pontic Sea from barbarian hands. Power and riches will be yours. Pontus will reign supreme.
Your people are warriors, but you seek to live in harmony with your kin. The Getae have chosen to disrupt your peace and bring harm to your people, so stopping them must be your first order of business. The Brigantes are also unreliable and should be dealt with by any means possible. Finally, the Belgic Arevacis leave you little choice but war after their many attempts to settle your lands. However, you share no bad blood with the Damnonii, so they may prove valuable allies when you cross the narrow sea. By the will of Andraste, the Iceni will never yield. The Celts think themselves superior, but their decadence makes them weak. The Boii are nearby. Put them out of their misery and seize their lands for the tribe. Move westward and you will get the chance to kill Gauls, although other German tribes stand between you. War comes naturally to your people, and the tribes are ever at one another's throats. But waging war will make your rivals more open to negotiation. However, your ultimate goal should be confederation. The joining of tribes to make a single, stronger one. Under Suebi leadership, the people of Germania will rise up and crush their enemies.